Weird, a Monster of the Week actual play podcast. Join Philbert Fogel, Doomsday Prepper and Expert.
I mean, I'm kind of like the linchpin that's keeping everything together in the group.
Lasath, the Divine, and the Sensible.
And I still owe him my life, so I would have to end yours. It would be a mess.
Shadow, the Edgy Initiate.
I trust him with my life. I don't know if I trust him with, my bank account or my car or something like that.
Misty Charlotte Palladino, Spellslinger and Trenchcoat Enthusiast.
But I haven't set anything on fire that I haven't meant to set on fire.
Silas Lancaster, Elderly Vampire.
There's only one Filbert. They broke the mold when they made Filbert.
And Dragonbait as the Creeper Keeper.
Silas, get back in your room!
Roll for Weird on Twitch, streaming monthly. New podcast episodes every other Friday. Available on Apple or wherever you find your podcasts.
Ah, so nice of you to stop by. Come in, come in. I'm Silas Lancaster, and this is my library. Within these tomes you will find tales of monsters, both figurative and literal. Tales to make the strongest of us blanch in fear. Such stories are dangerous, and consumption must be strictly rationed. As such, I shall share but one story from my library each Thursday in October each year. Be sure to tune your wireless receiver to Storytime with Silas. Alternatively, subscribe on those podcast providers the youth seem so fond of.
Campaign 2 of Halfway to Heroes. Darker, grittier, and much more dignified than Campaign 1.
We see the Forever Storm, a 50-mile wide storm centered on the Severed Key. Though dangerous, it is vital to the survival of nearly every being in this slice of pizzazz. This source of energy is...
I forgot the name for it.
I forgot the name. Pizzazz or pizzazz?
Pizzazz.
It sounded like he said pizzazz.
It's supposed to be bees ass or whatever.
You know what? I f***ing knew that was going to happen.
I forgot all about it, dude.
Okay, maybe not. But either way, join us every other Tuesday wherever you get your podcast as we start a brand new story featuring 4 monsters that have to put aside their differences if they're to stop the armies of men once and for all.
Do you like Dungeons & Dragons lore? Do you like drunk history? Well then, Lore and Pour is the show for you, where we combine the two. I'm Adam DeWeese, and I'm the host, and I bring on a cast of rotating guests, and we hang out before the show, have a few drinks, and then they are given their topic 30 minutes prior to pressing the record button, where they study up on the topic, and then we hit record, and whatever they say goes. They are treated as if they are the leading experts in the field, and I ask the questions that you never thought you needed to ask, such as, how do mind flayers go to the bathroom?
Yeah, they just go one time, and it's pee and poop, and it's green.
What's the most dangerous creature in the astral plane?
It just pinch it, you know?
Yeah.
It just...
And that whale's like, you know
They
what?
got pinchers?
Oh,
You don't
do
even
they
know
have
about
pinchers?
Find the answers to all these questions and much, much more, whether they're accurate or not, on Lore and Pour. You can find Lore and Pour on the Majesticus Network and wherever you download your podcast every other Monday right now.
Space. The final frontier.
Mayday alert. We are under attack.
Oh, blarney. I kinda gotta watch the tube for 10 seconds.
Rerouting auxiliary power to abjuration shields.
Someone get on those cannons. We've got company.
Are you looking for a Dungeons & Dragons sci-fi fantasy space adventure? Then what you are looking for is Eclipse. Join our crew every other week as we struggle to keep the galaxy safe. With Dr. Shepard, the Illithid cleric.
Space pirates. That was wild.
Ava Elkin, the human monk.
If we play our cards right, we might not be totally screwed.
Lita Nove, the Asimar bard.
We should be arriving in Amaron in about 2 hours.
Info O. Scott, the Warforged Artificer.
Alright, I'm just gonna go ahead and fire the sonic cannon here.
Kanan Vargas, the Tiefling Sorcerer.
Does anybody else think this is like a super aggressive move?
And I'm Jeremy Fair. I will be your Dungeon Master. Eclipse can be found on Spotify, Apple Music, or anywhere you like to get your podcasts.
So you've decided to make a new home for yourself in the retirement community of Pennycross. We're very excited to have you join us. Here in Pennycross, you can enjoy some independence in your golden years, spending time with like-minded seniors without worrying about those darn kids on your lawn. We have a wide range of rental properties available and a variety of amenities staffed by locals who are middle-aged. No need to worry about crying babies or teenagers with attitude serving you at the pub. In addition, there are dozens of clubs, guilds, and activities to keep you feeling young at heart. Join our lawn bowling league, the Puzzle Club, or our renowned knitting guild. Established by Agnatha Harper nearly 200 years ago, our guild has attracted a wide range of members. We're delighted that you're making Pennycross your final home. Please ignore the ominous smoke coming from the mountain. It only started a few days ago, and I'm sure it will dissipate shortly. Welcome home, weary traveler.
Crits and Knits is a 5e actual play podcast and Twitch series with the live streams and the podcast drops alternating every other Wednesday, starting Wednesday, February 2nd on the Majestic Goose Network or wherever you get your podcasts.
I'm Jeremy.
And I'm Gerundu.
And we are the hosts of Majestic Goose's newest podcast, Dice Talk. Dice Talk is a Dungeons & Dragons and tabletop podcast that dives into the deep topics of tabletop role-playing games.
Join us as we speak with passionate content creators, podcasters, authors, and more as we discuss all manner of tabletop and geek-related content.
Dice Talk is a bi-weekly show, so we're hitting your podcatcher with brand new episodes every other week, filling your ears with exclusive interviews and conversations that you can't find anywhere else.
Every episode is a new opportunity to hear from different creators in the tabletop community and just talk about Dungeons & Dragons and any other tabletop games that have made us who we are.
Dice Talk, now on the Majestic Goose Podcast Network. Make sure you check us out and subscribe so you never miss an episode.
A Majestic Goose Podcast.
In a world where adventure awaits and danger lurks around every corner, an unlikely group of friends find themselves on the path to becoming heroes. But school will only get them halfway. Merlin, the human warlock barber guy.
Oh god, no, I gotta buff his butt! No! Can I refuse business?
Ubo, the turtle artificer.
Well, it doesn't work yet, but I'm working on it.
Ultrex, the discarded warforged paladin.
I don't eat or sleep or wear clothes, so I just sit in the corner and wait.
And Clyde, the Goliath barbarian in skinny jeans.
They're called skinny pelts, okay?
Find us on iTunes or wherever you download your podcast by searching for Halfway to Heroes.
From the city that brought you Kentucky Fried Chicken, Sluggers, and Muhammad Ali comes Roll for Weird, a Monster of the Week actual play podcast. Join Philbert Fogel, Doomsday Prepper and Expert.
I mean, I'm kind of like the linchpin that's keeping everything together in the group.
Lasath, the Divine, and the Sensible.
And I still owe him my life, so I would have to end yours. It would be a mess.
Shadow, the Edgy Initiate.
I trust him with my life. I don't know if I trust him with, my bank account or my car or something like that.
Misty Charlotte Palladino, Spellslinger, and Trenchcoat Enthusiast.
But I haven't set anything on fire that I haven't meant to set on fire.
Silas Lancaster, Elderly Vampire.
There's only one Philbert. They broke the mold when they made Philbert.
And Dragonbait as the Creeper Keeper.
Silas, get back in your room!
Roll for Weird on Twitch, streaming monthly. New podcast episodes every other Friday. Available on Apple or wherever you find your podcasts.
Ah, so nice of you to...
Hello, mic test, mic test. Looks good. Oh, I got the wrong screen being shown though. Hold up 1 second. It is showing my tabletop audio. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Solo Rolling, where we have no technical difficulties ever. I cannot find... There it is. Let's get this fixed real quick. There we go. And then we also need to get this fixed real quick. There we go. Okay. Welcome back, everybody, to Solo Rolling. If you've never been here before, it's where I play Dungeons & Dragons by myself and try not to die, and usually do not succeed at that. This is going to be episode 4 of Caught in a Wizard's Web, I do believe. I believe this will be the finale. I will do a recap here in a second, so if you didn't see episodes 1 through 3, don't worry. I am amazing at recaps, and I will be able to recap it well enough that you will be able to hang in there, stick with me, and follow along, and hopefully help me in chat to not die. First couple things. Yes, I missed, I think, 2 of these now. We have our first ever convention coming up, GooseCon 2022, in 3 weeks from tomorrow. 3 weeks from tomorrow, Cincinnati, Ohio. If you can make it, please come on down. We would love to play some games with you. It's going to be a lot of fun. That leads me into my next part. I'm going to miss the next one for sure, because I think the next one would be like the week. Let me check this calendar real quick. Yeah, my next one would be the week prior to GooseCon, and I'm sure I am not going to have the focus to be able to do this at that time. So we're definitely going to be skipping the next one. May even be skipping another one after that for like a recuperation period after the convention. So just a heads up there. If you want, let me see if I think I've got a command. GooseCon? Yes. If you want to grab a badge, you can grab a badge right there. It's like $40 for the whole weekend, or you can get day passes for like $15, $20, depending on which day. It's in Cincinnati, Ohio. Come check it out. Roll20 up there. Boop, boop. Roll20 Ambassador. That's what I use on Solo Rolling at all times. It's amazing. You've probably heard about Roll20 by now, but if not, go check it out. You can get a free account. Pro accounts also have a shit ton of really cool add-ons like dynamic lighting and a bunch of really cool fun stuff, so go check it out. You know what, dynamic lighting may even be in free modes too. I'm not sure about that. Okay, I think that's all I've got to talk about. Oh, tomorrow night we will be live on this channel at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard. Myself, Jeremy Fair, and Kay Drugger from fucking everywhere. DM's Guild author. They're both DM's Guild authors, and a bunch of other really cool shit from the Eclipse podcast. Us 3 are going to be going into a one-shot for with Tabula Sono. The creator of Tabula Sono, Jim, is going to be GMing a one-shot for us using the Tabula Sono virtual tabletop, which is fantastic. It is out right now, so if you haven't checked out Tabula Sono yet, you should. It is one of those virtual tabletops where you can import your own minis, move them around the board. It's very lightweight for the DM. It's like on a gridded paper where you can just draw walls on the fly really quickly, and it's very cool. Go check it out. Okay, now to the recap of the last 3 episodes of Caught in a Wizard's Web. I think what will help is if I can find real quick this map. We are going to have to zoom in on this map quite a bit. Okay. Day 1, I'm hanging out in a town, minding my own business. I find out that there is some kind of town hall meeting thing going on. So I dip my toes in. I step in, see what's up. It ends up being a wizard that his master, he claims, died, and now he has inherited like all of the master wizard's shit. And then he puts a spell on the entire town and sucks everybody into this realm. This wizard's, it's kind of like a prison. There's supposed to be a way to escape, and to do that, you have to make it to the Black Citadel. It's this castle that's the furthest point from where you start, of course. And then from there, I got sucked into this magical jail, and it's really been the last 3 sessions walking towards this Black Citadel. So yes, you can see my cursor, cool. So I started here down at the bottom of the map. We went up through these woods. We fought a tree monster. We did okay against it. We killed it. We got betrayed by a satyr, I believe it was. Made it to this town. Didn't do a whole lot. We may have done a little bit of shopping, but the main part of getting to this town, it was picking a boat to go across this perilous strait. So we got a boat. I think we got the shittiest boat there was, but we still did pretty well. And then, of course, we had the choice here. Did we want to go down the Caves of Chaos, through the snowy winter, or through the withered wasteland? We actually chose to do the desert part. So we went through the desert. Not a whole lot happened. We found a couple other wanderers, but they weren't hostile. They were also imprisoned in this realm, much like ourselves. And then after that, we made it into the Black Citadel. And there was an illusion that almost killed me with psychic damage, I believe. I thought I was falling, but I really wasn't. And then we sneaked further into the Citadel. We found some jail cells that were guarded by some orcs and a wolf. And I do have here in my note where we left off at. So in my notes, it says, I've got diversion, and it says to start at 586, and I just killed 3 orcs and a wolf. I thought that would be enough of a recap, apparently. However, the very first line of 586 says, have you already freed the prisoner? I don't know. I cannot remember if I freed the prisoner. I don't think I did. I think I wanted to take care of the guards first and then go back and try to free the prisoner. Because I think that's why I've got the diversion. I think I did like threw a rock or something to distract them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to act like we have not freed the prisoner and skip that. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Because like I said, we're going to try to get out of this fucking prison tonight. Slaying the last of the guards, you catch your breath, and then you turn your gaze towards the one locked cell in this whole dungeon gallery. Walking over to it, you gaze inside. Sitting on a crude bed in the far corner is a young woman in tattered robes staring at the floor. Yeah, we definitely didn't save this lady yet. You say a few words to get her attention, but she does not move. Beyond her is a small barred window that affords a view of the outside world. Through this tiny aperture, moonlight floods into the cell, and a few stars are also visible. You address her again, louder this time, and finally succeed in breaking her trance. The young woman raises her head and looks toward the cell. Who are you? She asks as if waking from a nightmare. You introduce yourself and then ask if she was the one who made the message in the sky, find me in the Eastern Spire. Did we see that message in the sky? Find me in the Eastern Spire. I don't remember seeing that. But like I said, we missed like a month of this, so. The woman's whole bearing changes as she notices you and the chance of escape that you represent. She stands and runs to the bars, gasping them both in. I'm Zandora. Zandora Rune. My brother's Zandora. Zorander. Man, yeah. Are they twins? And I were both students of our uncle, Maranthus Vane, before he died. Oh, Zorander Rune is the one that fucking trapped us all here. She was the good one. She was better than her cousin? My brother. She was better than her brother, but... Okay, alright. Before he died, my uncle began to see this error of his ways and entrusted both of us with undoing some of his evil work. Maybe even liberating some of those who did not deserve to be imprisoned here. He gave us the surname Shadowmend. My brother pretended to go along with it, and we both began calling ourselves Zorander and Zoranda Zandora Shadowmen. But in his heart, my brother didn't agree. Secretly, he wanted to preserve things as my uncle had just first made them. Twisted and spiteful. He rejected our new surname, and I believe he even hastened our uncle's death. She looks down, shaking. Then she raises her head once more and meets her gaze. Anyway, my brother betrayed me and imprisoned me here, and he wants to claim this world as his own, and he sees me as his rival. Yeah, I was the one who placed the message in the sky, and I was able to do that before those half-witted orcs took my spell components off me. They're in the chest over there, along with my other possessions. Normally, that's not something I could do in the real world. Only because I know a little about his pocket dimension, this world of my uncle's, a powerful illusion spell, but if you can free me from the cell, we will both escape this world. Do you have the code word cell key? I don't think I do, which is weird because I killed all those, or I don't have cell key. Okay. 621. Zadora is momentarily dismayed by the news that you do not have the key. A look of despair crosses her face. However, she quickly regains her composure. I overheard the quartermaster talking. When he was up here, the little halfling, the key is kept by the torture master down in the dungeons. If you go there and get it, we have no hope of escape otherwise. The entry to the dungeons is through a secret door in this first room. As you enter, I saw it being used when I was brought here as a prisoner. Take the code word informed, okay? Don't mind if I do. I love having code worms. Not code worms, code worms. Armed with this new knowledge, you consider your next course of action. There is nothing else worthy of attention here. The guards are dead, and you still have not escaped the Black Citadel. Seeing nothing else for it, you descend the stairs to the eastern spire and return to the room with the bizarre mat floor. From there, you continue downwards to the first room, following Zandora's instructions. You quickly find the concealed door that leads to the dungeons. 563. You know, code worms. You descend the narrow staircase, calming your nerves. There's a stench of sweat, and blood coming from down here. Every now and then you hear what sounds like a scream or someone shouting angrily. One of the torches crackles as you pass it, and its guttering flames making you jump. You are on edge as you descend, readying yourself for whatever you might find. The stairs reach a small bottom landing, and then you turn sharply to the left to reveal a long, narrow corridor. Several doors lead off this corridor, all of them shut. To proceed down the corridor, go to 588. While in this dungeon, avoid choosing options you've already taken, unless by taking them you know you can avoid harm. Okay? Lucky for you, Paul, I don't remember taking any of these. You start down the hallway, keeping a watch on all sides. The screams that you heard earlier seem to be coming from behind a sturdy iron door at the end of the hallway. Between you and that door are two other doors, one on the left-hand side and one further down on the right. You walk down the hallway toward the first door. As you approach the first door, coming close and listening, you hear no sound coming from beyond. To try this door, go to 665. To continue, go 557. I think I'm going to continue. What do I do? I don't hear any noise. Is that good or bad? I don't really know if I have time to waste. Let's go in. Let's take a peek in here real quick. You're staying at the first door in this dungeon passage. Slowly you reach for the handle, but the caution stops you. To check for traps, make a perception or intelligence save. Okay. All right. I see where this is going. I got a +7 perception, so let's... Ooh, that only gave me a 12. If unsuccessful or you don't want to check, you could simply open the door. Or you could leave the store. Let's leave the door. We're going to leave the door and walk away. If my spider senses were tingling enough to think, hey, check for traps, and I do, and I don't find any, I'm going to be like, you know what? I don't need to use this door. Let's continue down. You leave the first door and continue down the short passage. Another scream punctuates the silence. I need to get to the screaming. Do you have the code word tattered? No, I don't think so. I do not. Consult your character sheet. What is your passive perception? If it's above 15, I think it is above 15. I think it's going to be a 17, right? Passive perception is a 17. I love being a druid. You stop dead in your tracks. Primed as you were to look out for danger, you now notice a strange glyph on the left-hand wall, a little past the first door on the left. Carefully, you get down on the ground and creep underneath it to not trigger it. Oh yeah. Druid eyeballs. You arrive at the second door in the passage, set on the right-hand side of the wall. To check this door for traps, go to 678. Sure. Let's check this one for traps. 678. You guys know I'm going to do that perception check again. 22. This door, it would appear, is trap free. To try this door, go to 644. Yeah, let's do it. Why not? You carefully open this door to this room, looking all around its edges for traps. Satisfied that this way is clear, you enter the room. The interior of this room is quite dark, lit here and there by candles and alcoves. Opposite the door is a large desk, which sits a small figure dwarfed by the desk's size. Oh no. The figure is working through a huge stack of papers, signing each one in turn and then pounding it with a large rubber stamp. Not looking up from his work, he lets out a huge sigh, shaking his head. Oh, it's impossible to get any work done with these interruptions. I told you before, Jasnik, everything you need is in the storage room. Now leave me to my work. And then, not hearing an answer, he looks up and he sees you. Letting out a shriek of alarm, the little character, a halfling youth thing, quickly whips his hand out from under the desk. Turning it upside down, he touches a gem set in a ring on his finger to a small glyph on the desk and promptly disappears. Fuck. Surprised by the sudden dematerialization, you shake your head in disbelief. Could this place get any weirder? I shouldn't have came in here. I should not have come in here. Finally, you begin looking around the room to see if there's anything worthy of attention. Casting an eye around the room, you don't detect much else worthy of investigation. It's fairly bare besides the desk. To examine the papers, go to 16. I mean, I have to examine the papers now. Rifling through the papers on this desk, you see that they are mostly consist of written orders to detain and torture prisoners. One in particular catches your attention. The female mage is to be kept in the most secure of the master cells on his personal orders. The only key available to unlock her cell will be under the care of the head torture master. These orders are to be strictly obeyed. Pondering the meaning of this, you can... I mean, I know what the meaning of that is. To see if you can find the secret door the halfling left by. Did he take... Yeah, let's look. Examining all around the desk and the wall, you find only one thing that might trigger the secret door. A small glyph underneath the desk, but waving your hand near it does nothing. The most likely explanation is it requires an item. Yeah, I kind of assumed that too. You emerge in the hallway once more. Check the first door. No. To continue down 658. You move slowly and carefully down this hallway toward the last door. Another scream, this one a bit half-hearted, makes you jump slightly. You're only a few steps down the hallway when you see something puzzling. A few yards ahead on the right-hand side of the wall is a raised mechanism of some sort. It's a button. Just past that, perhaps another couple yards, are 2 rows of holes facing each other on either side of the passage. What cruel fiend thought this up, you find yourself thinking. It is quite plain that the button either disarms or arms the trap, or neither, and the real trap is concealed somewhere else. You picture the creator of this trap rubbing his hands in glee at the confusion that it would cause. Yeah, it's causing me confusion. You carefully walk the last few steps towards the button, wondering how many hours adventurers just like yourself have spent puzzling over this conundrum. The button sticks out of the wall like a sore thumb, begging to be pressed. What will you do? Oh, chat. This is... Jeez, that scared me. This is something that I have no clue. I have no clue. To press a button, to walk on without pressing the button, to back... I don't want to backtrack. So my options are to press the button or not to press the button. It's a very obvious button. It's sticking out like a sore thumb, it says. Fuck. I'm going to roll D2. I literally cannot choose this. Press it. All right, let's press it. Press the button, go to 635. Taking a deep breath, you place a trembling finger on the button and press firmly. It sinks down and smoothing to the stone with a loud click. And nothing happens. To walk or run, go to 584. You move past the suspicious apertures in whatever way you see fit, steeling yourself for whatever horrible fate awaits, but nothing happens. Fuck yeah! Good call, Danny. I was literally just about to roll a D2 because I had no... I could not make that choice. Wow. Okay. 546 it is. And now you stand behind the last door in the hallway, door number 3. There is a sound of sizzling flesh, followed by an agonizing scream, and then, surprisingly, a deep sigh. It's just not the same anymore. The novelty is all gone. What? Okay. To check the door for traps. We're always going to check for the door for traps when we've got a +7 investigation. Or perception. $17. Nice. Successful. Is there traps here? You visually inspect the area thoroughly, but don't find any traps. You cross the landing to the door, proceed to 605. Oh, to cross the landing to the door, go to 605 to descend to the map room at the bottom. We'll go to 605 since we just checked it. You step out onto the landing, walking towards the door. Step by step, you cross the landing, slowly making your way towards the far side. Moving to the door, you survey it around the edges. It is simple and unadorned to check for traps. We're checking for traps. I'll just roll right here real quick. Oh, Hachi Machi, a natural 1. This is going to be the one that has a fucking trap on it. To try the doorknob, go to 540 to leave the area and go back down to the map room, 545. No, we're going to go. We're going to go, and we're about to get blown up. I'm calling it right now. We're getting blown up. Trying the plain knob on the door, you find it securely locked. Beneath the knob is a small keyhole. If you have thieves' tools, I'm a druid, so I don't think I'm going to have thieves' tools. No, I do not have thieves' tools. Okay, so that just means I'm just going to go back to the... Oh, well, what do? I can't do either of these. If you want to use the knock spell to open the door, go to 603. If you have these tools and want to attempt picking the lock, go to 632. What if I don't have either of those? I don't know where I just was. Shoot, what number was I on? I'm going to have to pick one of these because I literally don't know... I'll go to 632 and I'll just fail the check I'm gonna say unsuccessful. 668. I think that's fair to do. Okay. There's little else to do except go to the map room. Cool. That got us there. You descend the stairs of the western spire and are soon standing in the room which has a map of Gauntlet as the floor. Choose an option. Go to the western spiral staircase. Don't need to do that. That's where we just came from. Go to the eastern spiral staircase and ascend. That's where she's locked, right? To go to the opposite side of the room and check out the strange door. I'm going to have to go to the opposite side of the room and check out the strange door. Oh god, what's that? Sigil effect table. You make your way over to the door, stepping over the various parts of the map. The green of the dells, the blue of the strait, and then finally you choose either the uninterrupted white of the eternal winter or the yellow of the withered wasteland. I'm gonna go over the wasteland since that's where we took getting here. You were led right up to the door where the miniature gully of the Cave of Chaos ends. As you approach the door, you are startled by the disembodied voice. Oh, you may not go further, foolish adventurer, until you answer this riddle. There's a long pause. Finally, it does, posing this question. Towns without any houses, mountains without any rocks, forests without any trees, and seas without any water. What am I? You ponder this riddle for a while and examine the markings on the door as you do. On its surface, all three rows of three rows of small letters, each engraved on what appears to be individually raised panels like buttons. Oh, it says now make your choice and press letters. Okay. It doesn't take you long to discern what must be done here. You must press the buttons, one letter for each row, and input the correct answer to the riddle. So it's got to be a 3-letter word, which is obviously 3 letters long. The correct letter button presses down will open the door. All right. If you think you know the answer, count along the first row until you find the first letter of the answer. Count how many letters long it is. Repeat the process on the second and third, which are the second and third rows. This will give you a 3-digit number. Bookmark this spot before you try to turn to this entry number. Oh, hell yeah. I get it. So this is cool. So we have to solve the riddle to get the entry to the next page entry or whatever, number booklet entry. Okay. Towns without any houses, mountains without rocks, forests without trees, and seas without water. What am I? Seas without water. So it's got to start with the Nowmakeyour. Towns without any houses. The chat, I gotta admit, if you guys see it, you let me know. I do not mind backseating right here because I honestly, not to toot my own horn, I'm usually pretty good at riddles, and I'm sure as soon as I see this one, it's gonna be super obvious, but for some reason, I'm just staring at these letters and I'm trying to spell the word out as I go, and I think that's making me have a blank. Towns without any houses, mountains without rocks. Oh, I think I know what it is. Is it map? Is it map? It could be an M A P. Because if there's a town without any houses, if there's mountains without rocks, sea without water, that's a map. Okay, so that would be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. 471. That seems pretty far away. Let's see if it is. I also forgot to mark down with that. You pushed... Oh, did we get it? You push the final button marked P in, and there's a resounding click, and the door releases and opens outward slightly. You risk pushing it in a little further, and you see yet another flash of stairs ascending straight upwards. A strange aroma reaches your nostrils, unlike anything you've ever smelt before. To ascend these stairs, go to entry 660. Yes, I would like to go up these stairs, please. I just solved the puzzle. A bizarre smell wafts down these stairs as you prepare to ascend. With each step, a cloud of thick dust puffs into the air. It would appear no one has come this way in quite some time. Unlike the other staircases you have climbed to reach this level of the Citadel, this one does not spiral. It goes straight for some way and then doubles back on itself, and when you reach the top, the second flight of stairs, you see that at the top is a set of double doors. Around the edge of the doors, a sickly green light is visible. Do you have the sidekick Kalindra? I don't have any... I do have a sidekick with me. Shit. What sidekick did I pick? Oh my goodness. This is embarrassing. There was 3 different sidekicks I got to pick from. I think I did pick the archer. Because I was like, I've got heals and I'm pretty tanky, so I'll just get an archer with me. Right? That was from the group that was, let me look at these people real quick and make sure I'm not just... So we don't have her unlocked. That's for sure. That name does not ring a bell at all. Nope. I think it's the archer. I think that's the dude that betrayed me. I think that's her. Yeah, I think this is the one we had. Okay. Do you have her with you? If so, go to 589 now. Okay, we're going to go to 589 now. Make a perception check. Ooh, I'm going to click it this time because the last time I rolled it in Roll20, I got a nat 1. 19, 638. In the faintest of sounds behind you, but unmistakably, the sound of a bow being quietly drawn, sinister creak of wood. You turn quickly to see your so-called sidekick, Kalindra, with her bow leveled at your chest. The traitor. That's the second person that's betrayed me in this game. Instantly, you see her expression change to one of anger as her stealth attack is foiled. Second time, I know, Randall. You will not leave my master's realm alive, she hisses. What has Vayne or Rune promised her? Regardless, one thing is clear, you must do battle with this devious rogue. Oh my god. I have a betrayable face. I think I've heard that before, Randall. I have. Man, that sucks. Traitor, don't read this. Oh, you probably don't read this until you get to here, I'm guessing. Okay. Dark Stairwell battle map. Jeez. And the funny thing is, I love sidekicks in games. Wow, look at all these maps. What is all this shit? I really put some thought into like picking my sidekicks and stuff, and it just does not. Oh, I didn't mean to delete the goose. It doesn't matter. Dark Stairway battle map. Ooh, that's a fucking big map. Shrink that down a little bit. Shrink that down a lot of it. Send it to the back. I will be the goose. She will be the The angry. Okay. Place any allies. Any allies? How would I have an ally? I just got betrayed. The traitor will always try to stay out of range, firing longbow and moving away. Once you engage them in melee, they have to switch to their rapier attack. Moving on the stairs and attacking at the same time is not easy. Every round, anyone moving on the stairs and attacking in the same turn must make a DC 7 acrobatics check. If they succeed, there's no effect. If they fail, they trip and fall, taking 1d4 bludgeoning damage and the prone condition. Their attack is also made at disadvantage. Oof. If you defeat the traitor, go to 600. Okay, so this one this one does not give you like initiative. Yeah, so we just roll for initiative. Okay. I'll roll mine first. Oh no! Why'd I roll a 5? Maybe she'll get a 4. Damn, she actually did not roll that good either, but she still beat my 5. Okay. Okay, so she's going to obviously shoot me with her longbow. Now the question is she going to stay there? We'll always try to stay out of range, firing the longbow, and moving away. Okay, so she's going to try to move away, which means she also may trip. Probably not, because it's an acrobatics check and she's got a +2. But let's have her try to get down here. She rolled a 10. She almost failed. She almost tripped on the stairs. That would have been fucking hysterical. Okay. 1d20 plus 4. You know what? I don't know if a 14 hits my armor class. My armor class is a 15. You know why? I don't know if I've mentioned this in the recap, who I'm playing. I'm playing Toad, and Toad is a Warforged druid who is more of a transformer than a druid, really. Like, I transform into like a metal goose or whatever I turn into. And because I'm a Warforged, that's why I've got that 15 armor class. So fuck yeah, it bounces right off my armor plating. And now I have to decide how to take care of this. I think I got a long rest last turn. So I'm max health. I'm ready to go. I'm max health. I've got all my shape shifts. I've got a longbow too. Maybe I just stay up here and we just trade longbows back and forth. I kind of like that because my longbow is actually a longbow +1. Ooh, no. I'm not going to do that because it's only got a +2 to hit. I'm not very good with longbows. Let me just take a quick peep at my spells. No, I'm gonna produce a flame and I'm gonna throw it at her. And try to burn up that bow. 17 will indeed hit for 10 points of damage. Holy shit, that was half her health. That was a big old fireball I chucked at her. I'm gonna stay here because if I go down the stairs, then I risk having to trip, land prone, and then have to re-roll that attack with disadvantage and maybe lose, and I would lose that 10 damage. So I'm just gonna stay up here, turn around, and quickly just conjure up a fireball and throw it at her. Not a fireball, a produce flame. It's very different than a fireball. I mean, I think this is gonna be a quick and dirty combat then, because I think we're both going to stay range, and I think we're just going to be shooting shots now. I've got the high ground, though, so of course I'm going to win. One thing that Star Wars taught me. Damn, she is going to hit me that time. 6 points of damage. So just so that you guys are in the loop, I've got 51 points of health. 45 now. I'm gonna switch it up from the right hand. Now I'm gonna go left-handed and produce some flame. Watch, this is gonna be like a natural one. Nope. 12 points of. So just in 12 seconds. Oh, that was. You know what? I wish I would have read that message, Randall. Maybe I could have. Now I'm thinking if you've got If you are prone, ranged attacks have disadvantage against you. Melee has advantage against you. What are your attacks? Oh, sorry. The map's going to be weird. A prone's creature movement. The creature has disadvantage on attack rolls. Okay. In my mind, I was thinking, like, couldn't you lay down and then, like, you shoot your range stuff and they have disadvantage, but then you would also have disadvantage, so it would cancel out. Okay. Either way, within 12 seconds, conjure up a firebolt, chuck it, dodge one arrow, get hit with one, conjure up a firebolt in the other hand, chuck it, and she goes down, and she will never betray me again. I'm so sad. And now I don't have a... Now I'm going to be going into the main boss fight, and I'm not going to have a sidekick. Like, I was relying on her. So now it's twofold. Not only did she do some damage to me, but also now I'm not going to have her help. The traitor lies dead on the stairs, having failed in her attempt to stop you from reaching the last room. Oh! Searching her clothes, you find a potion of superior healing, 54 gold, and a note. Wow. No matter what happens, you are to stop anyone from reaching the sigil room. Succeed in this, and you shall receive your promised reward. Good luck, my brave disciple. X can only be one person. It's a Rand or Rune. Screwing the note into a ball. I guess like crunching it into a ball. You just gotta pop up to make your attacks, then drop back down. Yeah, what's it do if you drop prone yourself? Because I know if you get knocked prone, if you stand up from prone, it takes half your movement. If you drop prone, does it take any movement? Because if not, you could. If you're not going to move, you take an attack, you drop prone, and then next turn you stand up. You lost half your movement, but you gave them disadvantage, and you didn't have disadvantage. That seems like a technique. Maybe in tomorrow's game, maybe I'll play a character that has a bow and do that. Yeah, it's good. Okay, now you got my brain. Okay, we'll think about that over the next 24 hours. You cast it aside and look up the stairs once more towards the double doors, which are bordered by a sickly greenish light. What horrors await beyond these doors? Regardless, your instincts tell you that you must brave them if you are to escape this world of Gauntlet where you have been trapped for some time now. You climb... Yeah, I know, it feels like about 3 months. You climb this last set of stairs and arrive at the double doors. Suddenly, you realize that you had not heard the voice of Vane for some time. You don't know whether you're glad for this fact or not. The in-place messages were irritating, yes, but now they have gone. It leaves you wondering whether you're going in the right way or doing the right thing. You shrug, reasoning Vane probably wanted it this way. Doubt is a powerful tool when you want to inspire fear in someone. You were just wondering whether to listen at the door or check for traps when there's a low thud as some hidden mechanism being triggered and the double doors opening smoothly before you. That's never good. A large chamber is revealed and an otherworldly scene presents itself. Turn to 648 to discover, or if you wish to go... No, we're going to go to 648. We're going to discover this. I feel bad because the lady's still in that jail cell. But I feel like we can't just stop here. A large tiled chamber lies before you, lined on both sides with pillars. You see that parts of this floor are damaged and loose rubble is scattered throughout this chamber. Like the stairs you ascended to get here, it has an ancient, untouched ambience to it. The light that you saw around the edges of the door comes from a large number of strange, arcane symbols situated on the floor at different points. In the center of which the room is a large, glowing green symbol which suffuses, that's a fancy word, the room with an eerie radiance. Looking in the room a little, you can see the smaller symbols in the two inside corners of the room closest to the door. You can only presume similar symbols exist in the far corridors of this room, but you are currently hidden. They're currently hidden to you. At the far... I feel like this is going to be like a really complex puzzle. So I'm trying to take in all these pieces. At the far end of the room is an altar, and you can't see what lies atop it. You have made it this far to what is perhaps the last challenge lying between you and freedom. You may perish in this attempt, but you must try. I don't think I'm going to perish. You know why? Because I'm a fucking druid. I'm a circle of the moon. What level am I? I think I'm level 5. Level 6. Oh, shit. Nice. And I've got 2 wild shapes left. So I'm actually... For the first time ever playing solo rolling, I'm pretty confident right now. Taking a deep breath, you step through the threshold into the room. If you have the code word rescued... I don't. That's probably if I saved that lady. Which I was planning on it, but I ended up accidentally stumbling on the main, the final floor. If you have the code word watcher... I don't think so. I don't. If you have the code word amulet. I don't. Shit, I don't have any of them. Ooh. If you have resolved all code words or possess none of these code words, choose which way you will progress through the room. Up to the left side, on the right side, or up the center. I don't think I want to go up the center. I think that's the only one that's like a no-no. Then go to entry 636. We'll go left. It's honestly like it's just a coin toss. We'll go left. Quietly you enter the room and begin making your way through. Perhaps it is the altar that you must reach. There is nothing to indicate what direction you should go. As you near the first glowing sigil, you wonder what the effect would be if you were to step on it. Well, don't. To step on the sigil, don't. Or should we step on the sigil? Do I have identify? I don't think I do. I don't think druids can get that. I'm not going to step on it. It seems like a... Where do I have to, like, step on them for, like, a... I'm not gonna step on it. To step on it, no. To continue, go to 556. Okay. You have gone only a few steps further when you are stopped and you're trapped by a voice. I was probably supposed to step on it. A huge voice bellows throughout the room, making you jump. The final challenge is upon you, my brave student. Triumph here and join the ranks of my most esteemed mages. There's a blinding flash from the altar and a loud crack which seems to sunder the very air. Looking up, you see that the 3 creatures have manifested here. A hideous floating ball with a mouth and 4 eyes. So a fucking beholder. Or what are the mini beholders called? I forget what they're called. I'm hoping it's a mini one. Because beholders are like CR like 13 or some shit would fuck me up. And 2 other small floating balls with eyes. Fuck, maybe it is a beholder. The largest of the 3 floating eyeballs hovers before a chest of some kind. They immediately begin to fly towards you. Ghastly expressions on the face. Master your fear and battle these fearsome foes to the death. Oh, so this is it. I literally have to fight a fucking beholder? That can't be a beholder. Let's see. Sigil, chamber, combat sheet. Sigil, chamber, battle map. All right. This is it. I mean, I feel like this is... This can be it right here. So I went to the left, so I'm probably about here, I think. Let me make this map a little bit bigger. How's that looking on oof? There we go. That's better. I'm just trying to get it so that I'm actually like on corners and stuff. That'll be okay. Okay, so I'm gonna bring in. Let's see if I can find any beholders. Let's see if I have any beholder art on my Roll20 account. Where'd that go? Oh, shoot. I don't know why that's not dragging in. Okay, let's try a different one. Okay, maybe I'll just like use spiders again. Spiders always never let me down. There we go. Okay, so that's the big spider, and then these are, wow, well that's obviously a bigger spider, but we're gonna make them small. All right, now's the time for us to get absolutely wrecked, it seems like. Okay. So, oh man. You all can't see. Can I make this? Real quick, let me try to make it so that you all can see a little bit more. Okay, so that's a start. Okay, so there's a blue and a green bottom left, and then a bottom right, and then there's the red and the orange top left and top right. Just because you can't really see the bottom two on the overlay, but there are 4 little sigils, and then there's a big green one in the middle, just so that you guys know. And then there's a big treasure chest behind the big beholder. All right, let's read some combat. Oh, they're called spectators. It's a spectator and then eye minions. Okay, spectator was the word I was looking for a small beholder. I don't think I've ever heard of what an eye minion is. Okay. Place your PC on the left, rider in the middle. I went to the left. Use story events to judge where your PC would be. Yeah, I kind of just put it up a little bit. Roll for initiative. Do I have... I got spectator right there. Where is the... So here's the spectator stats. What about the eye minion stats? Eye minion. Okay. Eye minions have +3 dex. Oh, shit. And then this thing's got a +2. Okay. So I'll do eye minions first. Wow, they're probably going to go first. And then, I don't know, my initiative. What? Oh my god, I got a natural 1! Alright, so it's going to go little boys, big boy, me. Fuck, that's going to... I hope they don't just kill me. Okay. I don't have the code word sneak. I'm almost positive of that. I do not have the code word sneak. Roll20, Danny is giving me your rolls today. It's been a bad night. Okay. Important. On their turn, the spectator and the eye minions will move as far away from the heroes and each other as they can while still keeping at least one hero in the line of sight. And then they will use their eye ray, prioritizing me. I don't have any sidekicks because I got fucking betrayed twice. Okay. So I wonder why they're spreading out from each other. Whenever you, an NPC or sidekick, or an enemy moves over one of the 5 sigils, roll on the sigil effect table. Next page. Okay. I don't think I will be walking over one of those sigils unless I absolutely have to. Each sigil effect can only be used once per round. Any tile that appears broken counts as difficult terrain. Okay, I see a couple of those. If all eye minions are killed but the spectator remains, the spectator will fly to the nearest unoccupied sigil in order to trigger its effect. Oh, some are beneficial. Okay, that's good to know. The pillars grant full cover to your enemies if they are situated behind them. The pillars are only beneficial to you and your allies if you are fully obscured from view. The spectators and the eye minions need to be able to see their target. If you defeat all eye minions, do not delete the eye minion initiative turn, as more may spawn later. Why? Why would more spawn? If you defeat all the... Okay. Alright. This... It's gonna... I know I was talking a lot of shit saying that this was gonna be easy and I was confident, but honestly, now that I rolled a nat 1 on my initiative, I'm actually pretty concerned. Alright, so what's their movement speed? Y 30. I think this one can make it to here and see me. And then I'm going to move this one here. Since for some reason they're like trying to like spread out from each other, I think that's like the best way that they can spread out and still both see me. What can they do? As a bonus action, the minion can move up to its speed toward a hostile creature. I don't think it would want to do that because it says they want to stay far away from me. The minion shoots 2 of the following magical eye rays at random, choosing 1 or 2 targets. Roll a d4. Okay. So I'll do the one right above me first. So it's gonna do a frost ray and a dazing ray. So oh my god, I'm gonna have to make so many like saves and shit. Look at this. So I have to make a 12 dex save and then a 12 wisdom save following that. Okay. Alright, let's see if that rolled both of them. A 20 and a 12. So I saved on both. Okay, let's see. So I dodged the frost ray, and then I got blasted with the dazing ray, but I was wise enough to stave off being slowed and having disadvantage on attack rolls. That's huge, huge, huge. Now the other one, though, is going to do 2 frost rays at me, which kind of sucks because that means I have to do 2 dex saves, and I'm worse at dex saves than I am at wisdom saves, so that's unfortunate. But honestly, I don't want to have disadvantage on my attack rolls, so I saved on both. So these 2 little eye shitty beholders flanked me on both sides. Both shot 2 eye beams at me, and simultaneously, because they're in the same initiative order. And somehow, in that 6 seconds, I was able to dodge all 4 of the rays. However, the big one gets to also go first before me. What can this dude do? It doesn't... Does it... Okay, so he can bite. He's not going to bite me because they want to stay away from me. Eye rays. The spectator shoots up to 2 of the following magical eyes at 1 or 2 creatures. Only 1. See over page for the eye ray description table. What is over page? This? No. What is an over page? See over page for the eye ray description table. What the fuck is that? Oh, okay. It's this. Okay. So it's gonna roll. So it's gonna do 2. So I roll D4, 3 and a 4. Fear ray and a wounding ray. Fear ray. Also, where is it gonna move? How about it's gonna scoot about there, and I think it would have a line of sight on me just barely, and then it's still far enough away and spread out from the other 2. I think that's okay. Over equals next. Okay. I was like over top, so I scrolled up. Okay. Fear ray. The target must succeed on a 13 wisdom saving throw or become frightened. That would suck if I was frightened. That's a lot of disadvantage. So let's go ahead and try to get not that. We are not frightened. We're too fucking sturdy. Wounding ray. Con saving throw or take 16 necrotic damage or half on a successful. Fuck. My con's a +3 somehow. I didn't think it was that high. Got a 19. Okay, so I'll still be taking 8 points of damage as this thing hits me. I'm picturing that being like a purple, black, maybe a little bit of green in there, like a sickly looking ray. But now it's fun time. Now it's fun turn. It is my turn. All right. Pardon me. I need just one little second to double check. Okay, so features. I believe I went with the Circle of the Moon. Yes. So I can use Wild Shape as a bonus action. And I can transform into a beast as high as CR2. With that in mind, let's look at some beasts that are CR2 and see what we're working with. And also, since it's a bonus action, I can cast a spell and then Wild Shape, because Wild Shape isn't considered a spell. So I can cast spell for my action and then boom, bonus action, Wild Shape, and then I'm back to feeling good about this now. But let's find some monsters. CR2, you say? Oh, not that far. Damn, there's a lot of CR2s. Let's see here. We can do swarms. We can do a saber-toothed tiger. A rhino would be kind of funny. A polar bear is always choice. Ice spider queen. I think I've been a spider. I don't want to be a spider though, because that would get confusing because they're spiders. I would not want to do a hunter shark. That would be a bad idea where there's no water. Allosaurus, a fucking dinosaur? That might be it. That might be it. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking polar bear, just so I can say, hey, 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 I'm a bear, like Iron Claw. Let's do a polar bear. Let's turn into a giant polar bear. Well, it's not a giant polar bear. It's just a regular sized polar bear, but they're all giant. So, but first, like I mentioned about spells, let's go ahead and just pop something off real quick. Ooh, I could do just a quick and dirty tidal wave. How long can this be? Tidal wave can be up to 30 feet long. So that would be 6 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I couldn't get more than one of them, so we don't want to do tidal wave. It'd be kind of a waste. Uh, 40-foot radius centered on a point you can see. Why did I pick Sleet Storm? It's actually not that great. What about if I conjured some beast? That would be pretty amazing. Let's do that. Can I cast a concentration spell and then shapeshift and I still hold my concentration? Am I gonna have to Google that? I think I am. Usually you cannot cast spells while wild shaped. However, any concentration spells you've already cast remain. Got him. All right. Here's the plan. We're gonna turn the tables. We are going to get things back in our favor, and we're gonna turn this into a 3v3. I'm gonna conjure 2 beasts of challenge rating 1 or lower. Are there any bears? Because I would love just a big old family of bears. Like not a big polar bear like me, but like a littler bear, maybe? Brown bear. There we go. Okay, here's the scene. I'm going to conjure 2 brown bears. And then I'm going to be turning into a polar bear. Fuck yeah, I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Do I have any bears on Roll20 so I can track all this shit? I've got Care Bears. Ooh, I got a polar bear for me. Alright, see you later, Goose. I got a polar bear for me. Oh, so good. There we go. Whoops. Where can I conjure? Let me look up how far I can conjure these, or if I have to conjure them like on me. It says range 60 foot. You summon phase at blah, blah, blah. Yeah. It says 60 foot. It doesn't say they have to be at the same place. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pop them down in front of each of the smaller ones, and then I am going to use my movement and start to run towards the big one. And that's it. Unfortunately, I don't think I can hit. Like I think me conjuring them and then me shape shifting, like I can't hit now, and I don't think they can hit on the first turn. Let me read the spell real quick just to see. You summon Fae. Each beast is also considered Fae. It disappears. The summoned creatures are friendly to you, and your companions roll initiative for the summoned creatures as a group. Oh, they have their own turns. Okay. So they haven't gone in initiative yet, so they don't get to go right now. Let's see what their initiative is. They got a 16, so they're going to be going. They are going to be going after the little ones, and it's the little ones' turn now. Okay. All right, back to the eyeballs. Man, that took forever for me to take that turn. I really had to concentrate on that. Oh, these things are so fucked. They've got 16 health. Okay. Well, I mean, they're going to have to shoot at the bears right in front of them. I don't think they're going to leave the range either. Otherwise, they'd get opportunity attacks. And, like, that seems like it'd be cheating if I had them try to leave. Even though I know they want to get away from everything. But if these things were just popped right on top of them, I don't think they would flee and then take opportunity attacks and potentially get one shot by these bears. So I'm going to have them stand there and just have to go toe to toe with them, because the bears would be able to catch them anyway. So they each get to shoot 2. Okay. So this is, I'm just going to, that's the first one. That's the second one. Okay, so the first one's going to do 2 Frost Ray. Second one's going to do a Frost Ray and a Dazing Ray. All right. 2 Frost Rays. So I need to get the bear's dex. Dex is 0, and then Wisdom's 1. Okay. Okay, so we are going to have each of them are going to get hit by 1 Frost Ray, is what that boils down to. I'm just going to roll the damage once. Why did I do that? 6, 4, 5. 15 points of damage. Holy. That's all right. They've got 34, so they've still got 19 points of damage. Okay. It's their turns now. They have multi-attack. They can make 1 bite and 1 claw. They are both +6 to hit. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and roll... I'm going to go ahead and roll this roll 4 times. We're going to go top one first, then the bottom one. Oh, shit. So their armor class that we're looking for is a 13. So that's going to be 1 hit and 1 hit. Hold on a second. Okay, yeah, 1 hit and 1 hit. Okay. So the first hit is going to be... I was going just in the order of the attacks listed, which means, unfortunately, it's a bite, which the bite doesn't do as much damage. But it is going to do a D8 plus 4. Oh, max damage. 12 that thing's got 4 health left. This top left one. Let's write that down. This next one's getting hit with a crit. For it crit and it got less damage than the other one. So the other one's got 5 health left. As these bears are swinging on it. My turn. I'm going to... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is my speed as a polar bear? It might be 40. My speed is 40. Okay, so that is 8 blocks I can go. I think 8. Yeah, 8 blocks. Okay. So I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, I can make it to it, which is surprising. I did not think I could actually make it to it. And also take a turn, which is gonna fuck this thing up because I can make 2 attacks. I can also make a bite and a claw, and they're both +7. Oh, I do believe both of those are gonna hit. Both of those are indeed going to hit. And that means that I will be doing a D8 plus 5 and 2D6 plus 5. $22 points of damage out of 39 brings that down to 17. The tables have definitely turned on this fight. Now that it is a 3v3, it's looking a lot worse for them. It rolled a 1 and a 3, so I got a confusion ray. I have to make a 13 wisdom saving throw. And then I have to make a 13 wisdom saving throw. Now, let me look at wild shape again. I thought it was something confusing, like I get the physical stats of the new creature, but I keep my mental stats, like wisdom and intelligence. Is that how that works, or let's just look. Wild shape, what stats do you keep? Your game statistics are replaced by the statistics of the beast, but you retain your alignment, personality, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma. So If you're super charismatic, you still hang on to that. Okay. I was looking that up because that means that I get a +7 to both of these saves. Wow, a 12 and a 12. Shit, I failed both of those? No! Oh, so I can't take reactions until the next turn. On its turn, it can't move. And it uses action to make melee and range attacks randomly determined at a creature within range. So that means I mean, that's fine. That's not going to do anything to me because I can still now just melee this thing, which I would have done anyway. And then Fury. I am now frightened though, which means I'm going to have disadvantage on these attacks. Fuck. Okay. All right. Now we go to my turn. Oh, I fucked up. I took my turn when the other bears did. I shouldn't have. So I'm going to skip my turn now. Go back up to the top of the initiative with the little dudes. I mean, they're just shooting eye rays at these. Four, 4, 3. So they're all frost rays again, except for one dazzling ray. So 3 dex saves and a wisdom save. Wow, those are all failures except for one. Okay. All right. One of them was the dazing ray. Slowed and disadvantage. Okay. Wow, I rolled really high damage on that too. Okay. So one's going to take 13, one's going to take 15. This bottom one right here is not looking great. We will say that. And also has disadvantage on this next attack it's about to take right here. So we'll start with the top one. Surely the top one's going to get this kill here. Oh, did it not save it? It's +6, right? Yeah, both of those. Wait. Yes, both of those hit. So that thing got 21 points of damage. That would have killed it in one turn. Okay. Let me find out how to put an X on this thing to show that it's dead. There we go. Good job, bear. And then it'll start to head over here. This other one is going to have disadvantage. I rolled both of its attacks twice. 13 and 14, so the bite's going to hit. Claws is going to miss. But the bite with 5 points of damage, that thing had 5 health. So that one also bites the dust. And then the bear can start to head up to help me, which is my turn now. Wait a second. It says that they can maybe be resummon. Oh, if they walk into a sigil, it may resummon. Okay. Then on my turn, this thing has 17 points of health left. Let's do 17 points of damage real quick. I've got disadvantage though, which is really unfortunate. Wow. Those are good. Everything hit still. Okay. So it has 17 points of health. It is dead. No matter what combination of damage I take, even if I took the lowest from the claws and the lowest from the bite, it would be 18 points of damage. So that thing just gets chewed up. You can't stop bears. Have you ever tried to stop a bear? You can't stop bears. 558. Did we beat it? You have beasted. Beasted. I have beasted. You have bested your formidable enemies. The hideous carcasses of the spectator and the eye minions vanish from view, which is alarming. Perhaps this test resets after a while. There's no time to lose. Your attention is immediately drawn to the chest that sits atop the altar, but as you fix your gaze upon it, you see that the two sigils nearest the altar on the left and the right rise into the air and turn towards you. Vertically, growing inside, silent flames begin flickering around their edges. They appear to be portals of some kind, although there is no way of telling where they might lead. To inspect through the left, red portal, go to entry 640. To inspect to the right, yellow portal, go to to walk up to the altar and inspect the chest. Let's inspect the chest first, because I'm thinking that the portals may be like a red herring. 596. As you mount the altar, you notice that the chest lid is slightly ajar. Hearing pounding, you carefully lift the lid, perhaps the tip of your weapon. There is but one item in there, a small trinket of some kind. It appears to be some kind of globe, like a miniature diorama of the city by a sea. It looks familiar. To pick up the trinket, go to 683. Yeah, I want to pick it up. I'm guessing this is like a... You reach in and pick up the trinket. Looking deep into the small half globe, you see a city in the miniature Waterdeep. Just as you realize what you're looking at, you feel yourself changing materially. Your body begins to vibrate and your vision contracts. Flies in forward towards the miniature city, which quickly begins growing, expanding until it fills your vision. You blink and suddenly you are in the sky above Waterdeep, flying quickly towards it. Oh god. You must have been magically transported home. Then all goes black for a moment. Then you come to in a hall of some kind. It takes a moment to realize you're back in the hall where the lecture took place, from where Zorander Rune transported you into the realm of Gauntlet. I did not think the chest was going to get me back here. From outside the open door behind you, sunlight spills into the room and the welcome sound of the busy port city comes to you. You are back in Waterdeep. You have escaped. Your shoulders sag with relief and gratitude. But soon your mind inevitably turns to your thoughts of the devious main Zorander Rune and his unforgivable action. Your mind fills with rage at the thought of all the poor souls he has left to a life of exile. Must be made to pay. You will find him, hunt him down, and exact revenge for your own misery and those who will never escape Gauntlet, even if it costs your life. Oh my goodness, I'm sitting here thinking like, I thought there was going to be another fight. I thought I was going to go hunt down Rune. I'm guessing that's going to be a sequel. Against all odds, you have battled through the challenging realm of Gauntlet. Through many perils and dangers, your mighty PC has triumphed. You're now level 7 in preparation for our next 5e solo game book, Flight to Undermountain. In that adventure, your character will have the chance to wreak vengeance on the devious mage Rune. Oh my god. I feel bad. I wanted to save Rune's sister, and I didn't realize that opening up the chest and pick up that snow globe would transport me back to the... Fuck, how do I save her now? Oh my god. I bet I'm gonna get betrayed 3 times in the next one. Woo! Alright. I mean, shit, we won. I can't be too upset, but I'm sad that I didn't get to save I didn't get to save her. I know, I should have inspected the portals. If I would have rescued the person, that's why what it all happened so fast. Like all of it. Like I saw the portals. And I thought, okay, I'm going to take this item, and then I'm going to go look in both portals and find out. What the fuck was in the portals, you think? Like, I need to replay this. I need to find out what's in the portals. Yeah, exactly, Rand. I need another playthrough. What's in the portals? What was it? Oh, shit. Okay. All right. Well, let's look for somebody to raid real quick. And while we're doing that, let's talk about a couple of things. Tomorrow night, 7 Eastern, we are having a very fun one-shot GM'd by the creators of Tabula Sono. If you haven't checked out Tabula Sono yet, please do. It is free. You can make an account right now. You can go to tabulasono.com, tabulasono.com. You can go there right now, set up a free account, and immediately just start messing around with their, see what their virtual tabletop's like. See if you like it. I bet you will. And we're going to be doing a very fun one-shot. I've got a little sneak peek at what the kind of theme of the one-shot, what like the hook is. And I promise, I'm not going to spoil anything. You need to be there, though, because it's going to be fucking hilarious. Other than that, GooseCon is 3 weeks from tomorrow. So we are getting up there. If you can make it to Cincinnati, stop by, come play some board games with us. And yeah, like I said, I'm gonna definitely, especially now that we finished this one, we wrapped up this adventure. I'm gonna be missing probably the next 2 solo rolling episodes. The next one, so that I can focus on GooseCon, and then the one after that, so that I can come down from GooseCon. Jeez. Okay, let's just go. Not a lot of people playing Dungeons and Dragons tonight. Okay. But we will go with sorry guys. I don't know why I'm having such trouble finding somebody to raid here. Oh, you know what? Okay, we're gonna do this. I was just talking about Cage. Cage is gonna be playing in that one shot tomorrow. And Cage is live right now playing some video games. So I was trying to find somebody that was doing Dungeons and Dragons, but we'll raid Cage. She's playing some video games right now. What is she playing? I just closed it out, so I don't know. I think it was Hollow Knight. Thank you for hanging out. I'll see you tomorrow night, because I bet you'll be there. Bye, everybody.